We're about to go on an urban camping trip. We're heading over to New York City. We're going to be stealth camping in the heart of New York City in our empty Mercedes Sprinter van. This is completely empty. We recently bought this not too long ago. It's a cargo van, nothing like the van that we have that we've been living in. Today we're going to be trying out to see what is the bare minimum that's necessary to have a decent night in New York City. Today's probably not the best day for us to be doing this camping trip because it's like almost 90 degrees. It's gonna be super hot, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna stock everything inside the van for what we need for a night, and we're gonna be doing a little bit cooking as well. This is a van that we're about to build out coming soon. So let's stock up. We got our setup here. We got a little bed here. I got a big container with a bunch of different things we're gonna be cooking. So we got some cooking ware, eating ware, we got our stove there, a bunch of different things which I'll show you guys later. We got a 5-gallon water jug here. This is going to be our drinking water. It's going to be washing our hands, dishes using this. I've got a little pump that I use, which is right here. I'll attach later, just like that. This is what we use in our existing van, and it pumps out water, which is pretty convenient. So that's going to go in there. And we got our little fan here. This is a necessity for today because it's 89 degrees here in New York. Super hot. This is going to be running all night long for sure. And then continuing on this side, we have the Bodega 12-volt refrigerator, fridge and freezer combo. So let me talk about this fridge for a minute. Bodega actually sent this fridge to us to test out, and we are actually really impressed with this. I plugged this into the jack rig, which I borrowed, and this is running on a 12-volt like a cigarette lighter right here, and it uses very little power. Something that I don't really think about living in a van so long is that you can't really go into a grocery store and buy frozen things and things that need to be refrigerated without a refrigerator. I mean, there's several times that we were shopping, this time we were in New York, that we wanted to buy some like ice cream or some frozen dumplings, and we were like, we can't buy that because we're not going home right away. Those things are gonna melt. And so like having a fridge like this, now that this is sitting in this van here, even though it's super empty, is going to allow us to really just freeze anything without worrying about the food going bad while we're traveling and out and about for the day. And so this fridge is awesome. It's been awesome. We've been testing it out for the last few days and really spacious. Let me show you guys real quick. We already stocked it up with a bunch of nice cold drinks, but we'll be needing that. And we're going to be cooking some food here. Just a little preview of what we're cooking, and then we got some meats up here. Most importantly, we have the smoothies and yogurts for Spencer. They obviously need to be in the refrigerator. And up top here is a really nice and spacious freezer as well. We got some ice cream yesterday. So I want to test to see if this is going to be nice and solid as an ice cream bar should be, because the refrigerator fridge that we have in the existing van doesn't really hold ice cream too well, and this is gonna be a real test to see if this is good or not. Thank you, Bodega, for sending this fridge to us to test out. It's been awesome so far, and I would highly recommend you guys checking them out if you are in the market for a refrigerator, freezer for your RV or van. They actually have a lot of different sizes, and I chose this size because this is one of the biggest sizes fridge that they offer. And we actually plan to replace our existing chest freezer fridge in our van because this is a lot more convenient, easier to access foods inside. The chest freezers are great, but sometimes when we're looking to cook something, I don't like to have to play Tetris and take everything out if I want to reach something on the bottom. So having a vertical style freezer is I think is the way to go. I'm not going back to a chest freezer in the future. And to tell you guys a little bit about the specs of this fridge, this is an 80-liter refrigerator freezer, which is massive. The one that we have is about 60-liter, so it's about 20-liter bigger than the one that we have. And like I said, it's like really spacious. You can fit so much stuff in here. The freezer section up top is 1.02 cubic feet, and it can go as low as -4 degrees Fahrenheit. And the refrigerator section is 1.79 cubic feet, and it can go as low as 32 degrees. So it keeps all food nice and cold, and freezer section frozen. We'll show you guys later on when we cook what we keep inside this fridge. And so stay tuned for that. And if you guys are interested in checking out the Bodega cooler refrigerator freezers, I'm gonna link it in the description below so you guys can see it for yourself. And then continuing on, we have the Jackery. This is a power station. It's powering the fridge right now, and later on we can charge our phone with this, power the lights, whatever we need using this Jackery. And then here we have two buckets. One is gonna be a toilet if we need it. We don't know if we're gonna need to use this, but this is just in case. It just sits right on top of a Home Depot bucket. And then the other one is a gray water bucket. So the dishes that we wash, anything that we need, we can just kind of pour it in here without worrying about where to put the gray water. So this is going to be for that. I think that is all for what we need for our short little camping trip. We probably will run into some things that we're like, hey, maybe we should have bought. But let's see. We stealth camped in the city previously in our existing van. And this time, this van is going to be truly stealth because there's literally nothing outside. No solar panels, no fans, no ladder, no window covers either. But we have a solution for that in a little bit. All right, we're going to be making our way out to the city now. We're going to look for a spot that we're going to be camping for the night, or at least scout around where we're going to be sleeping. And just kind of find some things to do because it's really, really hot right now. So I want to kind of spend as little time in the van as possible, kind of hang out outside, and then later on we're going to be doing some cooking and we're going to be hanging out, chilling in the van tonight. So stay tuned. Doing this trip is going to remind us what is actually important when it comes to living in a van, which is going to help us prioritize all those things when we're building this van out. And towards the end of this video, I'll share with you guys what we think are the most important things that you need when it comes to living in a van. We're here in the city now. Our toddler is still napping. Rena and I haven't eaten anything yet, so we're just gonna go pick up some takeout from Chinatown, and then we'll find a spot to kind of hang out later on. This is actually a pretty good spot to blend in. Look at all the Mercedes here. There's a camper right here in Chinatown. Sort of keeping an eye around the street signs to see which areas we can camp for the night. Like this block here is truck loading from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, which means after 6 p.m. we can technically park here, but we would just have to leave by 8 a.m. in the morning, which kind of sucks. I don't think we want to park here. But this will be a pretty quiet area. This is kind of closer to the west side by Chelsea Piers. Is street cleaning sites. Tuesday, Friday, I think it says 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., which means any other time I would be able to park here. We can't find a parking spot around this area. This is like, there's a playground that we wanted to bring Spencer to check out near here. Most of these spots are like, you can only park after 6 p.m. So let's just hang out here for a little bit. Spencer's still napping. We're gonna eat first and then maybe we'll drive away. Maybe we'll circle around and we'll try to look for another spot. Can't wait to get those. Some fish noodle from Fall Keys in Chinatown. And Rena ordered a curry beef over rice. looks amazing. Wow, look at that. Curry beef. Looks like Spencer woke up from his nap. Slept for about an hour and a half. Noodles, man. Yummy noodle. The curry beef is so good. Here, okay? Try that. Chew. Is it chewy? Alright, we are done with lunch. Let's head over to a place to hang out, go outside and play a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna circle around again, around this area to see if we can find a spot. Because this playground here is really nice. If we can find a spot and play there, it's gonna be really awesome. So we decided to just stay where we were at before, when we were having lunch. Looks like the parking regulation here is no parking Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll wait here till 6 p.m. It's already 5:30. Hang out here for a little bit, and then at 6 o'clock we can head out, check out the playground that's really nice by the pier, Pier 26, and we can make some dinner afterwards, and we'll stay here for the night. The only downside is in the morning we have to leave by 8 a.m. So it's going to be an earlier morning tomorrow, but I think it's okay. It should be fine. It's a pretty nice spot here though. Should be pretty quiet at night. All right. That's right. Hannah. Hannah, that's right. It means let's go. Okay, I'm gonna open the door, okay? It's 6 o'clock now, which means we are good to park here. Whoosh, okay. All right. Here we are. This is our spot for the night. Right here in Greenwich. All right. Let's throw out garbage and then we're gonna head over to a playground for a little bit. Spend the rest of the early evening there. And we'll come back shortly to make some dinner. We're going to a really awesome playground, Spencer, on Pier 26. One of the nicest playgrounds that we've seen in New York City. Really cool structure. Let's go check it out. You see the water?
Yeah.
There's water over here.
Right there.
Yeah, I see the water. Wow, look at this view. How nice is this?
Hey, Baba.
Yeah. This is Pier 26. Wow, and this is the really awesome play structure. Look at this. This is a science playground here at Pier 26. You hear the water splashing? I hear it, Spence. Let's go play. Let's go climb. Let's go inside the whale, Spence. Let's go inside. Oh, you see the ribs? Oh, right? That's the stomach that we're in. See, it says right here, stomach. Hey, you can climb up here. Let's do it. Let's go up here.
Did
There
you
you go.
touch me?
Nice.
Yes.
Nice, Spence. Hi, Spence. Nice job. Oh, there's a fish there. You want to climb that? Oh, we have to go. Can we go down that slide? 3, 2, 1, go! Whee! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! And there's another section here with water play. Are we gonna get wet today, Spence? You wanna play in the water? All right, this is Pier 25 playground. Just right next to it. Some climbing structures here too. Whoa, you gonna get wet, Spence? You wanna go in? Okay, let's go play. Yeah, knock yourself out, bud. Nice. Whoa, this one's sprinkling everywhere. Well, that was a really fun play session here at Pier 26. Really awesome playground. I think Spencer had a lot of fun, especially in the water play. We're gonna head back to the van now and we are gonna start making dinner. We just got back to the van. It's starting to get dark. We got to cover up the windows because people are going to be able to see in once it gets dark enough. And I got a light running right now. So let's find the solution to cover everything. Rina is going to try out one that uses aluminum foil. I think that blocks out all the lights. So let's give that a try, see if that works. You just got to spray a little water on it to have it stick on the window. How do you do it?
To be like
Spraying water, right? Like with a spray bottle? All right, we don't have a... All right, let's try without it. It's kind of sticking. Yeah, it works.
And then you smooth it out.
I wonder how it looks like from the outside.
I don't know.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, like this.
That looks good.
Even like
And it sticks better, the shiny side?
no, the shiny side reflect the sun
Oh.
out.
Okay.
Whoa.
I think we just see you. Yeah, you're helping out, huh? For the front here, we're just going to be using a blanket. And we're just going to clip it one on this side, and that should block lights coming in from the front here. I think this should work. This is like partially blocking it. You know, it's like dangling.
I think it's fine.
Okay. Being quite silly here. Let's insulate these two large windows. All right, there we have it. We got the aluminum foil window blocker on this side, the sliding door on this side, and on the back as well. I want to see outside, see how well this is blocking everything. Spence. You can't see anything. Completely blocked off. And the back here as well. Kind of see the aluminum foil a little bit, but definitely completely blocked off. Yeah, can't see anything. And from the front, you can see the light on up there, but other than that, I think we should be okay.
Kiss you! Italian picture.
Such a hot day today, especially cooking in the van here adds to it. It's probably like 90 plus degrees inside, and we got no real ventilation other than like this fan that's blowing. That's one thing we definitely miss, is having good ventilation. Windows that open and ceiling fans. We have none of that, so. It's so hot, isn't it, Spence? I'm using this bucket as the gray water bucket. It's so awesome to have a fridge in the van finally, and we bought some king crab from yesterday at HMart. We're gonna be cooking this, putting it on top of the pasta. It's gonna be really delicious. Look at this beautiful king crab right here. To fit. Let's steam it for about 10 minutes and we should be good. And then lastly, we're gonna be grilling up some short ribs that we also got from HMart yesterday. Oh, and Rena is really hot. She's sitting up in the front with the windows open. Yeah, there's not much ventilation back here. Very, not very comfortable. Hi, Fred. Wow, we got some beef cubes there. Looking pretty good. And lastly, I'm gonna make the pasta sauce. This is a Tarraco pasta sauce that we got from Mitsuya. This is gonna be a really delicious pasta sauce. Gonna serve it with the king crab. Spencer has left the chat as well. He's also in the front with Mama. Get some better ventilation. Can you wait, Spence? No. Oh, that's not good. We can drink it.
Yeah.
Better, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna cut it. Here, Spence, let's eat. Here. Here's our urban camping dinner. We got some king crab with pasta. Still need to cut that. We got some ribs, LA style. And let's eat. It's so hot right now. So hot. Is that? How's it? Do you need some salt? How's the king crab? It makes it a little bit better, right?
I think some ice cream will make me better than it.
Oh yeah, we gotta have some ice cream later. Wow, look at that king crab. We're missing some butter, a butter dip. That's a really good king crab.
It's pretty sweet.
Sometimes king crabs aren't really that meaty, and like you don't have a nice texture to it. But this one's really good.
You can taste the sweetness. Nó真係味。媽媽整一整嘢先，媽媽要整呢個。
I'm so glad we have the fridge, so at least we still have some cold drinks and some ice cream later too. And we switch seats. Yeah, bata, couch seat. Okay. Okay. We got ice cream, Spence. Malona, this is so delicious. It's the ube flavor Malona. We love this one. And I'm so glad we have an ice freezer here. Keep the ice cream nice and cold. Let's see if it's still frozen. Oh, it's very solid. Feel it. Yeah, Bodega, you're doing a great job with keeping everything nice and cold.
Better than our chutney.
Definitely better than ours. Ice cream! Yay! He said, yeah! Is it cold? Like a hot van. Cheers!
No! Oh no! What happened?
Yeah, let's do this one. Ooh, you want to see this one? Yeah. Martians taking over the moon. About to go to bed now. We'll let you guys know in the morning what the verdict is of our urban camping trip. See you guys tomorrow. It is 7:55 right now. This street here, there's no parking from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. As long as I'm in the front here, if a police officer comes or whatever, I can just move. But we're gonna stay here while Spencer and Rena sleeps for a little bit longer. They're still sleeping right now. So, about last night, I didn't really sleep well last night. I slept for maybe about 3 hours, woke up at like 3:30 and haven't slept since. And I think it's a combination of how hot it was. Like by the time we were sleeping, we were still kind of sweating a little bit, feeling a little sticky. I was coughing a little bit and I had a stuffy nose, which didn't help at all. And also we were sleeping on a 4-inch mattress topper. It's okay, not uncomfortable, but it's not the most comfortable bed. So a little bit of that as well. And the road noise was pretty noticeable. Let me play you guys some clips that I recorded when I was up. And because there's no installation in this van, you can basically hear everything outside. People walking along the street here, if they have like a normal conversation, you can kind of hear it inside the van. Very different than our own van, which you normally can't hear anything. I mean, we've been in New York City, we camped out in New York City in our van, and the only sounds that we hear would be coming from the opening of the rooftop van. So definitely installation is a must-have for building out a van. I never stay in a van with no installation, so this is the first time like really hearing all the road noises. I mean, the good thing about this street is that this is all cobblestones right here, so cars aren't really going too fast, but you do hear like the tires going on the car on the cobblestones when they're going a little bit quicker. It's like blah 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 blah, kind of like this. Yeah, you can kind of hear some of that road noise as well. I mean, other than that, it was a pretty decent night. And did I mention that the view here is actually pretty cool? We got the Freedom Tower there. I didn't mention that yesterday, but that's the Freedom Tower. We got views of the Freedom Tower from our front window right there. And as far as the stealth camping factor goes, it was okay. No one bothered us or anything like that. It was just a normal night here in New York City. There wasn't a big crowd or anything. It was just kind of cars driving by. Sometimes you hear some trucks going through, and in the middle of the night, as I showed you guys, there were some garbage trucks that drove through, which were pretty loud. And luckily Spencer was able to sleep through everything. He actually fell asleep as soon as we turned the lights off at like 11ish, which is his normal sleeping time, and he's sleeping till now. He's still sleeping right now, which was awesome. And Rena didn't sleep until around like 4 or something. I think she didn't like the fact that there was the fan blowing on her when we were sleeping. I mean, we needed the fan because it was just so hot, but she didn't really like that. And yeah, so I think she's gonna be a little bit grumpier this morning as well. Hi, Spence. How about good morning? Yeah. Let's open everything up. How did you sleep last night?
Terrible.
Why?
Terrible. I couldn't sleep.
You slept at like 4 something.
I slept at 1 something and then I woke up at 3. I mean, didn't really fall asleep. I'm like toss and turn.
I was the same.
And then I went back to sleep at around like 4 something. and then woke up at 8 because he woke up at 8.
Wait, you were up the whole time?
Huh?
You were up the whole time when he woke up? You didn't say anything?
Me.
I was waiting for you.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that you're waiting for
Well, I was
me.
sitting in the front. Where else I was gonna go?
I just personally don't like wind blowing on me. Like I prefer the room is cold, but then I don't like wind blowing on me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't sleep.
All right. So, what are the lessons that we learned from this urban camping experience here in New York?
Insulation is a must.
Yes.
A fan is a must.
I think 2 fans are
Window
necessary.
is a must.
Either window and a fan for circulation, because we got no circulation yesterday. It was just really stuffy in the back, especially when I was cooking.
Yeah.
The fire heat just really made the whole space super hot. So having ventilation, just getting the heat out, that's super important. And I really like the way that you came up with the super loud. And I really like the way that you came up with the aluminum foil for the windows. It's not ideal because it takes a long time for us to set up, and
But it's temporary.
yeah,
you
it
know?
rips off easily.
We don't have any, like we don't want to like hang a curtain around. So,
Yeah,
So that is the easiest way.
yeah. And yesterday was a little bit annoying. I don't know if you heard it. There was like a piece on the
Yeah.
back that was like flapping around. So when the
Yeah.
fan was hitting it, it was making the like aluminum sound, which was like really annoying. I heard that like all night.
That's why it woke me up.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that noise?
Yeah.
So I woke up and then I unplugged my ear plug and then I was looking around. I was like, is the aluminum foil?
Yeah.
So I folded down. I think after that.
I think it solved it, yeah. And I think for window covers, like the ones that we have are like really nice. Like the magnetic ones that are made just for the sprinters, you can just pop them on and off.
Those were $200.
They're more expensive, but I think it's worth the money because like having blackout from like, people outside seeing in, that's super important.
It block out the heat too.
Heat as well, yeah. Especially if we have a lot of windows. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows in the back area and then the front windows.
We're gonna have more.
Yeah, we're gonna
cut
actually
out.
we have to add more windows, so we're gonna need a lot
cut
of
out 2 more.
window covers. So window covers are a must for van life. Refrigerator. I mean, that was like a nice touch for especially for this trip here. Like being super hot, having ice cream and
Ice cold.
cold drinks, and being able to cook here and cook a good meal. I think that was like, it made the experience better, but definitely not the most comfortable time for us here in New York City. This is actually, for me, the second worst van life experience in as far as like being in hot weather. The first time is when we were in New Orleans. I think it was summer.
Yeah.
Close to summer. It was super humid. It was like in the 90s, and we just couldn't even sleep because we were sweating. We had to turn on the AC from the van to be able to get a little bit cooler temperature. It was just so stuffy.
Plus that time, we don't have any back window.
No back windows, so no ventilation, no circulation whatsoever.
And then we only have 1 fan.
Mhm.
We don't have AC.
No AC at that time.
And then it was so humid.
So having ventilation for one, especially in humid condition like this, but I would say a must-have for us would be having an air conditioner. Without an air conditioner, I think van life in humid areas or the summertime is unbearable for us.
Brutal.
Yeah, unless it's like drier weather, maybe
No.
in Utah or something. When it's
No,
like
it's
cooler,
It's brutal.
it still sucks, but I feel like if it's like in the 70s and you have like fan going, I think it would be cool enough to sleep at night anyway. I mean, the daytime is probably still unbearable, but air conditioner for us is a must for living in a van
Still
comfortably.
insane.
Yeah, this one's gonna definitely have an air conditioner. Another thing would be like big countertop space, or at least enough tabletop space. So when I was cooking, you guys saw I was just cooking off of the bin there, so that was really my only tabletop space. The stove was there, and I also used the top of the fridge. So having like a good workspace for cooking, I think for me is ideal. So we'll definitely utilize or maximize as much countertop space. We'll also add a lagoon swivel for extra space when we're designing this part of the van as well. Countertop space is very important. And I really like the way that we were eating when we were done cooking, like around that table. Like Spencer was sitting right there, you were sitting right there, and we were kind of just sitting around the table. That is something that we never had done in a van before. Spencer has his own little high chair, and if you guys see in our van, you'll know we have a small table that Rena and I usually eat off of, and Spencer eats on his high chair. So we're kind of like a little bit separated, but like eating on top of the bin there, at least we were all together in like a bigger tabletop, which was pretty nice. So for our van, we're going to be building out a sitting area that's going to have a table where the four of us will be sitting around and eating. So that's going to be nice. And lastly, I would say would be the kind of the water situation and gray water tank. I mean, I was just dumping water into the Home Depot container bucket there, and it was not convenient. Obviously, it's what we have here is a primitive setup, and it worked for a couple of dishes. It wasn't too much of a pain to, you know, wash using that bucket, but having a large sink would be ideal. And we actually used only about 2.5 gallons, from washing dishes to cleaning up to, you know, brushing our teeth and all that stuff. We only used about 2.5 gallons, so we didn't use a lot of water. So that is it for our urban camping experiment here in New York City. I hope that you guys found it entertaining and maybe learned something from it. We certainly appreciate a nicer van than our primitive setup here, and now we kind of got a reminder for what is the most important things when it comes to building out this van here, which we will be doing in about a month and a half when we come back to New York. And tomorrow we are going to be leaving New York, and we'll be flying back to Salt Lake City to reunite with our van, our old van now, and continue our journey in the West Coast, and we'll continue driving back East Coast in about a month or so. And once again, thank you Bodega Cooler for sending us the refrigerator to test out. This was invaluable for our time here in New York City.
It was good.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button so that can spread out to more people. We really appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye. Can you say thank you for watching? Hey, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.